He's more than capable of that revenge as well. Multiple gold medals this year already, including that shared one with Xian So. And then in Boulder, she's won gold in Bern, lead in Bali she's won. She also won lead in Wujiang, so she's going for gold number 3 in lead here.
Yes, very impressive.
Yeah, exploded onto the scene a couple of years ago. She has got to be careful. There are some bolts out there on the left. It would be a pretty cruel appeal from someone if she touched that, but I guess theoretically.
Yes, there was one in qualies on Route 2 as well, which... Oh, no, sorry, it was actually in the same spot. And I had the thought because I toe hooked around the corner and then I kind of moved it and I was like, did I hit something? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah,
they're blocked on the main route, but not on the sidewalk.
Yeah, it would be an interesting one.
Yes, I could see someone doing it. Not someone specific, but a coach doing it if they did touch it, you know. But anyway, we won't worry about that until it happens. Yep. Let's ignore that.
Don't give them any ideas, I think.
No, exactly. All right, Erin clipping. She's through the first part, looking okay at the moment. And here we go on these big Rock City, not Roxy volumes. I'm going to call it Roxy volumes.
Roxy, I mean, better. Yeah.
Although someone from Rock City will absolutely send me a message and say, oi,
stop doing that.
Stop doing that.
I mean, if you say both fast enough, you actually don't know. So
that's true. You'll have to listen now and I'll do it.
Maybe if people ask me what my real name is, I'll tell them it's Rock City.
Interesting. All right, Erin approaching the first of the pockets before the jump. Looking good so far. She's very good at pacing herself as well as Erin.
Yes. Yeah, just watching her coming into the lead scene this year and just, yeah, it looked like some decent changes from last year. Like, yeah.
She's certainly the star of the women's scene at the moment. There's some other strong athletes though in Team GB, and of course her teammate Toby taking the gold the other day for Boulder, which was amazing. Just because he went from 51st to
oh my gosh,
first
yeah.
in a competition.
I know. He was almost saying that by almost admitting that it hadn't been going well for him, he climbed better because of it.
I mean, he told me that he just wasn't expecting it. And I think that was a huge part of it.
It was what we needed.
All right, Erin. Oh, now that was very risky. She tried to keep the foot on the no-tex, and that is not the way. So she has obviously not spotted this.
Yeah, and you can see the rope actually was kind of what stopped her as well.
Well,
okay, there we go. That was an interesting way of doing that.
I mean, it's maybe an example when you have too much power because she just flicked over. But
it actually kind of, I think that was what she tried to do the first time, but her foot got caught in the rope and kind of...
Oh, is it the rope? See, I thought she slipped off the no-tex.
Oh, maybe a bit of both. I definitely saw the rope in the way.
No, it's fair enough. I'm sure it was a bit of both because I saw the feet slip off that. Oh, look, we'll see a replay.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it will be an issue if she was like helped by the rope. But,
I don't think to that extent. Okay. I think it just kind of stopped the movement.
Okay. Yeah, could have got yourself caught up.
Yeah. And then she went, nope, redo.
But has that cost her a little bit of energy?
Goes for the toe hook instead of the heel here. Which might not be as good of a rest, but it looks like a good position to be in.
Yeah, and the thing is, there's not really a moment where you can recover. I think she's looking shaky at the moment.
A little bit.
Oh, drops in just about. This is true
that right
foot
time. Really locked it in there. This is amazing.
Yeah, this is where Erin's going to have to dig so deep.
That was a really good save. Yeah.
And she does eventually go. That'll be the new high. And, we know how good a resistance climber this lady is. I just hope that she doesn't overthink the jump because I've just seen her do it one too many times.
Too many times.
Yeah. So I've now crossed my fingers. They're crossed. Come on, Laura. And it's something she's aware of, something she will work on. All right, so a couple more. We're in the top 3 now. Laura, Annie and Yanya to go for the women's route. The men's won't start until 8:40.
And Laura just won the European Cup that was last weekend. Quick turnaround.
Yeah, she's one of those athletes who climbs almost every event she can get to.
Yes.
She's always there.
Yeah, that one was also in Italy as well, so it was obviously a very big crowd and
home workout for her.
A lot of hype.
Okay, so up she goes. Up towards the jump section here.
feel like maybe that first one can be a bit easier on the commitment. It's a bit more straightforward.
The first jump, yeah.
Yeah, that first cross.
It's the swing that I think you can, I mean, like Erin did.
Yeah, really kind of overthink it.
Yeah, or under. I think Erin just thought, I'm just going to flick over it.
True.
With so
True.
much power.
True.
And actually, she might have just underjudged it.
Yeah.
All right, so Laura's in. Look at those mounted style. It's so beautiful here in Innsbruck. Every time I see her shot, I just want to sort of National Geographic.
I know, right?
I hear music. And then Laura is thinking about this. She goes for the jump, hands in.
At least you can see that it's a good hold from where you are as well. You know exactly what you're going to.
So jump one for Laura done. Just one to go.
Curious to see if she tries to put her feet up.
I was about to say, I wouldn't be surprised if she has a little look to see if she can. She loves going feet first and with that cross-through move, but I think it's probably out of reach for her. No, she's just going to go. Ooh, okay. So she has.
Yeah, I think maybe it does kind of appear to be close enough to just swing one arm, which is kind of how Erin went at it. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a few people. Well, we have seen a few people try that.
Yep, there we go.
There we go.
Feet first for Laura.
Okay.
And now, maybe not, just enough to drive. So she's read it correctly. She starts this swing, and she's in nicely.
Nice. It almost looked like she went for the foot first. They came off, and she realised that she could generate the movement,
yes.
The momentum.
So Laura has obviously just sort of figured out some things from last year where she did make mistakes on moves like that. It's good to see that she's improved from that one. Okay, so now let's see how much power she's got in those arms. That's Erin's high point, 32 plus. Crowd cheering Laura on here. There are some big moves to come.
Yeah, she can certainly hang on, but I think she'll enjoy the top section of this climb.
Yeah, exactly, where the holds get bad.
Holds get bad. Arguably, they're already pretty bad, but...
Yeah, Laura did a classic sort of crimper, a foothold last night in the semi-finals.
Yep, true. That was a nice hand-heel match, actually. No one's really done that yet. They've kind of powered up and then got the heel on the orange.
She's very low on this, though, you know. She's absolutely at stretch. Right, this is where Laura's strength comes in, fighting through these moves.
Such a deep cross under that. Okay, she's going for a match. Interesting. If she can bump the right foot up, I could see this method working.
Yeah, good spot, Roxy. All right, out to the arete then for Laura. And she's going to get up to Erin's high point.
Heel. Oh, she hasn't got the clip yet, which everyone else that got to this point had already clipped this one from the heel hook out on the big orange one.
Good point.
She moves back.
She's spotted it, hasn't she?
Yeah, so it's going to be a tricky...
I think she might be able to sort of flick it with a toe.
Yeah.
It's going to make it more awkward from her.
It definitely wasn't a situation where she could down climb that move again.
She's gone past it. She can't get that. Laura is in the world.
Yeah.
Okay, Annie, she's underway. Up towards the yellow crimp sit.
It looks like there's a bit of a breeze there now, actually, too, which is probably very welcoming.
Yeah, it's not bad conditions right now for the athletes on the stage. The heat has gone away. So Annie into these crimps. So couple through. The jump should be no problem for her really later on. It's kind of she doesn't always love a dynamic move in a boulder competition. We'll try to usually get around it somehow, but I think jumps like this are pretty simple.
I think that's it. It's a lead jump, so it feels quite daunting compared to the rest of the route, but for what the boulder athletes are used to, it's not anything too hectic.
No, agreed. Those are the top athletes. Very close. Laura has got the high point, 33. So she was awarded it. She did go to the next one, which should have been a plus. So maybe, as you said, that would be the
maybe
the
that's the
cutoff.
high point. So I guess they still believe that it's possible to clip from that hole.
From that hole, because she went up. Oh, the crimp is attached to it. Oh no, it should be an extra point. So maybe.
Maybe it was like if you go to that next hole, there was no way you were going to be able to clip anymore. So they don't give you the plus.
I think you're right. Yeah. So Annie starts to get set for this jump now. crowd are behind her. Oh, everything is blocked. You're so right when you notice that.
Yeah.
I remember when block crib started to become a thing, it was quite a novelty, and that was almost like every hole
It literally
has to be blocked.
it's so specific.
It's one way to avoid, especially the women who are very good at getting heels and toes into weird places.
Toes,
It stops
matches.
that. Yeah, true matches, you're right.
Yeah. And then just that added riskiness, accuracy. Really, it does check a lot of boxes. Oh, she's just going.
She's going to try to lock this up, isn't she? Interesting. Well, she certainly thought about trying to do it statically.
Yeah.
The setters will have really tried to prevent this. They'll want them to jump here. She does go into the jug. Nice stuff. Okay, second jump to come for Annie. Clip first, of course. Checks the clock. She's all good. Those feet. I'm sort of appreciating actually what a mean section this is, because although you are in a big jug, you've got the worst feet there.
Bad feet. I know. It's like you can rest if you want to campus.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly that. Yeah, and your core is always going to be
or front
engaged.
lever on some no-techs.
Yeah, it's mean. But she immediately starts to swing. Oh no, she doesn't. So she goes for it first.
Okay.
We
got one.
It was going to be Annie or Laura, and then she changes her mind.
She's also used quite a bit of her time so far, especially compared to the others.
You're not always the fastest of climbers, is that?
No.
As I said earlier, time isn't usually a factor. It is with some athletes, and Annie is one of those athletes. Because she's not very far, you're right.
No. I guess if you think of it as half 6 is 3 minutes, so you want to be about halfway.
Yeah, and
At
she's
this point,
not,
which
yeah,
is
is
not
she?
quite there. But I guess we also know that the next section there's not a lot of stopping.
True. So, Annie rocks up into the angle change now. More big moves to come here. That's the thumb catch. Great camera crew here have really taken pleasure at punching in on holes, which I enjoy seeing, to be honest. It's hard to tell on TV sometimes how bad they are.
For sure. It just does add a lot more perspective to the climb.
Yeah.
You can see that.
The level here it's very different from your commercial climbing.
Yeah.
You know, and you as well, Roxy, but you're included in this. You guys are so elite. It's just hard to get your head around how good you guys are. So, Annie with the heel, up to the orange hold.
So the hand heel match, same as Laura actually there.
Now, will she make the clip? Laura didn't.
Interesting. So I think, yeah, from this toe hook is where most people, Good. She's looking a little bit pumped here. But also that.
Outrageous high drop knee from Annie.
If there's a rest, she'll find it.
Yeah, but 1 minute on the clock. She hasn't got enough time to do this route, so it's going to be interesting how far she can get.
She's going to go for this. She's looking to do it the same way Laura, which was the match on the crimp.
Yeah.
Because that cross is just so powerful. I do think that right foot would help.
She falls. That section's got to be full on, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Erin is caught by our cameras there. That's not going to be the high point for Annie, and she knows it as well. Little shake of her head.
Yeah. It's hard with such a big crowd, and you can hear the vibes.
Yeah.
You can hear people not really, super behind you yet.
Oh, interesting,
You know that you're not really at that high point.
That's a really good point. So she'll kind of be aware when she comes down that she hasn't. Yeah.
So there's like the factors of, she obviously didn't feel like she put in a very good run. She instantly knows that.
Yeah.
But then also the crowd's just not quite as hyped as you think they would be by that point.
No, it's a very good point. And it's interesting how all those little, not mistakes, but moments where she wasn't as smooth as she could have been, it all added up.
It did, yeah. 1 minute left.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's no way she had time to finish that route. This was the swing. It was all good here. And it's hard really to tell where she lost time. I think it was just generally she was just a bit
a little
slow.
bit of hesitation, and it really just adds up.
And wasn't really close to that move. And didn't know what to do. I think that face of Annie is everything at the moment. It's sort of what,
Yeah. Why did that